channel. If you are new here, my name is Janae. I run a blog called Highlowluxxe, and I focus on luxury, beauty, fashion, and travel. And if you're not new, welcome back. So today we are doing a weight loss Q&A. You guys ask questions on Instagram and on YouTube, so I am going to answer them. I am not a professional. Before you start any weight loss, make sure you talk to a professional. Just don't come for me is kind of my point here. I know there are better ways to lose weight, different ways. This is what I did, okay? Okay. So we'll get into it. Like I said, I'm just answering questions. If there is a question that is not answered, feel free to leave it below. I screenshotted everything from Instagram, but if you didn't see the post and you still have a question, leave it below and I'll definitely answer it there. So also, just before we get started, my heaviest that I weighed was 155, and currently I am 127. So that's just for reference. Throughout the questions, I will pop up pictures because I know it's super annoying when people don't put pictures. So I'll do like before and afters, of course, but if anything is relevant to a question, I'll pop up a picture. Okay, so first question is, how do you stay consistent? I was tired of not liking the way I looked. So for me, I mean, it's great. My fiance, we work out together, so that helps a lot because if I don't feel like it some days, like he'll remind me and then I feel guilty, so then I go. So I think having an accountability partner, now obviously if I just am like, I'm taking the day off, then that's what I do. But it is nice when you know someone else is counting on you to be their partner and you guys are kind of committed to going together. So I would say try to get an accountability partner. I think that's super helpful. But also there's just something inside of people that like when it's time and you're ready to do something, you just do it. So you also have to just want it bad enough. Okay, next question. How long did it take for you to lose weight? So I always yo-yoed. My goal weight, like whenever I would diet previously, would be like 135. That was always like my goal. Let me just get to 135. And I was always able to like lose weight when I really wanted to, but I could never stick with it, or I would get close and then just stop. So in December, like the 20th, it was like right before Christmas, I was like, I'm not gonna wait till, New Year's. I just want to start now. And at that point I was 145, and we were going on vacation in February, and I was like, by then I want to be down to 135. Like that's the goal. And so that's when I started, and it took 2 months. So we went on vacation February 12th and I was 135. So yeah, that's how long it technically took. Now I've been continuing to work out since then. So I went from 135 to what I am now, which is 127, since that time, since February. Next question. What's your meal plan and how often do you work out? I work out 3 days a week, I want to say, unless I'm trying to lose weight. So between December and February for my initial weight loss, I worked out 6 days a week, and my diet was super strict because I had a time crunch. So that's not like a long-term strategy. I couldn't keep that up, but to get to that goal, I worked out 6 days a week, and I literally ate like meat and veggies, and that was it. Right now I work out 3 to 4 days a week, and I try to just watch what I eat. I do intermittent fasting, so that just happened by accident because at my old job I would always be really busy in the morning, and then I would look up and it'd be like 11:30, and then I would eat, and I noticed that was helping me lose weight. So I just still do that. It also just gives me less time to eat in the day and less time to like snack because I'm a big snacker. So yeah, so I start eating at 12 every day and I stop by 8 p.m. So that's the only time that I eat, and I just try to make wise choices. I'll usually have a cheat day here and there. I'm not super strict with my diet. Like right now I'm going on vacation in a week, so I'm very strict right now. It's like meat and veggies, but typically I just try to make good decisions. Trader Joe's has great options for meals, especially frozen meals, so I just try to make good choices. We'll talk more about it. This question: what motivated you to lose weight and what kept you motivated? The initial motivation was just a vacation, so that we were going on a cruise and I just wanted to look nice in a swimsuit. What kept me motivated? definitely, I mean, at that point it was February. I knew summer was coming, so that was a motivation. But then also once you start to see the results that you like, you kind of want to keep it up. So that was a big motivation for me. And also just like fashion is a huge motivator for me. I like to look nice in clothes. Like I'm not like a huge swimsuit person. I don't take pictures in bathing suits. Like if I'm going to the pool, I'm not usually like having a photo shoot. So I don't need a six pack, but the way clothes hang on me is really important to me. So that was a big motivator for me too. Okay, next question. Do you take any multivitamins? I take like vitamin C vitamins just to try to keep from getting sick, but nothing specifically for weight loss, no. Next question, are you doing keto? I noticed you ate cauliflower and steak as one of your meals. No, I don't do keto. Again, I can't be that strict. That's not a long-term strategy for me. So I just try to watch what I eat. I try to eat like healthy carbs, meat, vegetables. Like we love turkey burgers. A lot of the things I eat taste good to me. So like we make turkey burgers a lot, but we don't eat them with buns. But like that's just a lifestyle choice we've chose to make over the years, and that helps. We eat sweet potato fries instead of regular fries. So just little things like that. But no, I'm not on keto. Best way to burn fat and be toned. I'm not a professional, so I can't tell you the best way. But what works for me is running was a huge game changer for me. I have never been a runner. I've been a elliptical person, but never a runner. So I did start running. I run 20 minutes a day every time I work out. And then I started doing yoga, which I love. I just love that type of low impact, intense workout. I did ballet when I was younger, so I like that feeling of like really working every muscle and feeling every like muscle burn, and that's what yoga and Pilates does. So that's the way I get toned. So I've lost weight by running, and then every day I will run. I'll start with running, and then I will do yoga to finish.
Hey guys, so I quickly wanted to pop in a little example of the yoga that I do. This one I kind of have memorized from a video I watch on YouTube, but it basically works my arms and my abs. So this exercise kind of is toning the abs because you have to keep them tight. It's working the arms and it's working the legs. And I really love these. Like the next day, my arms are so sore. This exercise I love also, it works the abs. So you're contracting and holding the muscles really tight, and then you're letting it out and stretching. So I wanted to give an example. All of the videos I watch are free on YouTube. I'll make sure to link some below. But these are great tactics to make sure I stay toned. And again, this is my cool down also. So I've finished my 20-minute run, and now I'm completing my workout with yoga.
Yoga, like if I do a certain exercise that focuses on arms, like the next day I can hardly like move my arms. Like that's how intense it can be. And I do like the beginner yogas. I just like Google videos on YouTube and watch them and then do it. So it's free. But that's how I tone. That's how I do them for my legs. They work everything, but then there's certain videos that work certain things more. So if I want to do legs more, I have certain videos that I watch for that. Okay, next question. How much weight did you lose and how much time? I kind of answered that. I lost 10 pounds from the end of December to February 12th. And then since then I've lost 7 pounds. So for me, it was more about being consistent. From February to now, I wasn't actively trying to lose more weight. I just stayed consistent with what I was doing. So right now I don't want to lose any more weight. So that's why I've started to work out less. So I'll do like 2 to 3 days a week, and then I just watch what I eat, but I'm pretty relaxed with it unless I have like a trip coming up. What's next? I struggle to eat healthy. What do you eat? Great question. So I'll pop up a couple of pictures, but shopping at Trader Joe's has changed the game for me, and I think that's why I've continued to lose weight, because for me, what makes the biggest impact is what I eat. I could like hardly work out, and I've probably went through, definitely since February, I've went through a couple of months like on and off where I just didn't work out for a couple of weeks, but we eat pretty healthy. So we started shopping at Trader Joe's, and I'll put up pictures. I think I put one in like one of my favorites videos, but they have like a ton of frozen meals because I'm not a meal prepper. I've done it before. Again, it's not realistic for me long term. Like I'm not trying to cook 55 meals each week. I just can't. I'm not going to. So they have frozen meals and they are so delicious. What's the game changer is that the sodium is really low and the calories are really low. So they have like a bunch of like Asian ones that we love. Like literally we'll probably eat those like at least 2 days a week. And then they have like really good pizza. That's where we get our turkey burgers from. It's just so many options. The snacks, like they have like a granola that's really good. They have like low fat Cheetos that like hardly have any calories. I'm telling you, like just go to Trader Joe's and just like peruse around. They also have the best fruit and it's cheap. So that has been a game changer. But again, I'll put a few things below. I'll pop up a few pictures of like my favorite go-to meals. And that's what we do every day. And then on the weekend, we'll usually just like eat out and just eat like whatever. I try to have like Chick-fil-A once a week. I'm human, so. But I think just finding really delicious things that happen to be healthy has kind of been the game changer. What's next? Do you have to get all new clothes or did your old clothes just fit more comfortably? No, most of my clothes did not fit anymore. So from December to February, by the time I went on vacation, most of my shorts I wanted to take, I could like finesse them with a belt and make it work. And like one pair of pants I had to get like tailored in the waist. But by the summertime, none of my clothes fit. Luckily shirts, I always get oversized shirts. So that was fine. I mean, like I like that style. I like for my things to fit oversized. So some of the shirts that were like kind of oversized are now extremely oversized, but I can still make that work. And then some of the clothes that fit, some of the shirts that fit fine look a little oversized. But for pants, I've mostly had to get new pants and like shorts and skirts. Things that I really loved, I got them taken in. So like I had a couple pairs of jeans that I just took to the tailor and had the waist taken in. I had a couple pairs of like dress pants. I had to take those to the tailor and get them adjusted. So do that before you throw things out. I mean, if it's like cheapy throwaway stuff that you're not that attached to, then just get some new ones. But there were a few things that I was like, I love these pants. I've had them forever. We need to make work. So the tailor can help with that. The hardest part for me was getting my stamina up to run. So for me, I was trying to find something to like be the difference. Like I told you, my weight has always fluctuated. I haven't been this size probably since I was in high school. And I carry weight somewhat, well. So like, it's hard for other people to tell, but I could tell. And for me, I knew what I could do to like shed a couple pounds, but I wanted to figure out what was gonna be the exercise to really like change the game for me. And I was like, well, what have I like never done? I've never ran. Like when I see people on treadmill, I'm just like why? What are you doing? So I was like, let me try that. And I don't think I could run for 2 minutes when I first started. Like it was a struggle. Like I just had no stamina. Like it was a struggle. Like it took me probably at least a month to be able to run for 20 minutes. And I can probably run longer now. I only work out for 30 minutes when I go work out. Like for me, it's all about consistency and eating well. And the workout is extra. So I'll have all day to be working out. But those were that was the hardest part for me, was kind of like getting my stamina up and being able to do that. Like the idea that I can run for 20 minutes is insane to me, because it was a struggle. And then how do I stay motivated? I like the way I look and I want to keep looking like this. I think my job helps too, because I have to take pictures all the time, and I wanted it to be easier, especially when I knew I was gonna go full time and do this. Like I was tired of like working my angles and like trying to finesse the outfit or finesse, the angle. Like I just want to be able to move around and every shot look nice. Now, I mean, you always have to take a bunch of pictures to get the right one, but I just felt like in the winter, it was getting really difficult for me to like the pictures I was taking. Like I was always just like, oh my God, I need to suck my stomach in a little more. I need to like, put my leg this way. Like I was just tired of doing that, and I wanted to make my life easier. So that's how I stay motivated. Next question. I answered that one. How do you keep the weight off? Tips, new habits. Consistency with eating well. is huge for me. Again, I told you I went through spurts where I don't work out at all, but I keep what I eat I just keep it simple. I keep it as simple as possible. Like, I could eat the same thing every day and I'd be fine. Again, like those Trader Joe's meals, there's one, what is it? There's a beef and broccoli one, and there is an orange chicken one. Like, there was one week where we ate the same one 3 days in a row. Cause one, it was delicious. And two, it's just like, what's for dinner? Like, let's just eat something. It's not like, every meal doesn't have to be like the best meal of your life. Like, the motto, you need to eat to live, not live to eat. So there'll be days where you go out to eat, or you like have a treat and you're like, yes, I can't wait to eat this. But some days you just need to eat so you can live and move on to the next thing. So that's how I've been able to maintain, finding great things to eat that are good for me. And I don't want anyone coming for me for frozen meals. Listen, unless you look into the Trader Joe's meals, I'm telling you, like, I know that Lean cuisines aren't good for you, frozen meals, the sodium is horrible. These, I read everything. I read everything on the back of the package. And they are just, like, the sodium is like twice as low as any Lean cuisine. The calories are low. I'm telling you, check it out. If you can take one thing away from this video, try those meals. Next question. Was there a life-altering situation that made you gain weight? That is a great question. Initially, I put up a picture on my stories the other day, and I'll pop it in here. At my old job, I was a store director at Target, so I ran a Target store, and I worked at Target for 8 years. And when I opened my first store, I gained a lot of weight. I went through the process of like before a store opens, so like hiring every person, getting everything into the actual building, recruiting people, and that was probably the most stress I've ever been through in my entire life. Like, I got an ulcer during that process, and that helped me lose weight eventually. But so during that process, which was like it was like 4-month process of just opening it, from like February to like, I don't think we opened until like June. I gained a lot of weight, and that is when I was my heaviest, when I got to 154. I'll put up a picture. So that was pretty much life altering. And then I was able to get down from that. The ulcer helped because I couldn't eat anything, and I was like throwing up every day. Like, every morning I had to throw up until like I got the right medicine and it went away. So then I was able to get like back down like 140, and I would just like go up and down. But that was the situation that made me get to my heaviest. Okay, next question. How did you keep up with losing weight? I seem to lose and gain back all the weight. Same. So that's what I've always done. I think for me, it was getting to a place I never thought I would be. Like, again, I told you, every time I would like have a goal of losing weight, it was always 135. Like, I assumed as an adult, I can't get lower than that. Like, it would just be impossible. Like, I would have to do something crazy. So now that I'm at this weight, I'm like, I don't want to go back. I don't want to have to lose that much weight again to get to a goal that I want. So yeah, that is what has helped me not go back and forth. Now, who knows? In the wintertime, I might just put on a sweater and just go ham with all the turkey. I don't know. But right now, that is what keeps me motivated. What was your highest weight and what is your height? I am 5'3.5", and my heaviest was 154, 155. And yeah, and here are some pictures. Pictures will be here. Next question. Did you ease into it with small steps, or did you start a very strict routine? I started a very strict routine. The great thing, and this just depends on the person, I have a lot of willpower. Like, when I set my mind to do something, I just do it. A great example is when I wanted to start a YouTube channel. When I thought about it, I started one the next day with my phone. Like, when I get into something, I'm kind of obsessive like that. When I get into something, I go in. So yeah, I started a very strict diet. I just went to the grocery store, bought a bunch of chicken and frozen vegetables, and then started working out every day. And yeah, that's very strict. That's what I did. How long have you been fasting? Couple months. I would say all of this year, actually. I started by accident, back when I started in December. just because I was so busy at work and I kept it up. So every day I'll wake up and I drink a bottle of water. And ooh, a really good tip, I only drink water also, which is extremely helpful with weight loss. During the week or just at home in general, I don't keep alcohol in my house. I'm a social drinker, so if I'm out, I have a drink, but I don't drink at home. And when I'm dieting, I don't drink at all. But I only drink water. I use the Mios drops, water enhancers. So when I wake up, I drink a bottle of water, and then I'll usually have a coffee after that. In the winter, I'll have like from my coffee machine, what's that thing? Espresso. I have an espresso coffee, and in the summertime right now I have a Starbucks downstairs, so I'll go to Starbucks and get like a frozen drink, a skinny frozen drink, frozen coffee. And then I just start working. So I'll start filming videos, I'll start writing blog posts, I'll start picking out outfits to shoot, and then I'll usually get hungry by I'll start getting hungry around like 11 or 11:30, usually every day, like clockwork. And then I'll start making my meal, and then it's usually 12 by the time it's time to eat. Anytime I stop or take a break, like if I go on vacation and then when I come back and I try to start fasting again, it's hard. Like the first 2 days, I'm like starving right when I wake up. But once you start doing it, your body just gets used to it. So yeah. Now this is a great question, because another thing that really helped was having a very strict diet for those 2 months. Because what it did was it shrank my actual stomach, like inside my body stomach. So I don't eat as much as I used to eat. Like I physically can't eat as much as I used to eat, because I went through that 2 month period of eating such a small amount that now like I will get stuffed. Like there's certain things, like one of my favorite meals at this Mexican restaurant, I used to be able, it's like 2 enchiladas and a bunch of sides, and like I can only eat, it comes with 2 enchiladas, I can only eat one now. And usually I'll have to like take the other one home and like eat it the next day. Or sometimes like me and my fiance will just get the one meal and then get some sides, and we like split an enchilada. Because the same thing happened to him. Like we like hardcore dieted together for those 2 months, so he eats less too. So that helps a lot with portion control, because I just can't eat as much. Like we do like the turkey burgers with no buns. I used to be able to eat like 2 turkey burgers. Now I can only eat 1. So that helps a lot, because I physically like cannot stuff. Like I will feel stuffed and like feel like I'm gonna throw up if I try to like eat too much. Next question. How do you suppress your appetite or hunger? I don't. So I mean the times that I have to suppress it the most is if I stop intermittent fasting and then I have to get back on it. So then that just takes a couple days. But I usually will eat when I'm hungry. It's just about finding things that are good for you to eat, that you enjoy eating. So if it's like snack wise, I have like granola from Trader Joe's that I eat. I love mixed nuts with berries in them. Like that to me is good. Like that's a good snack. I have like the Babybel cheese that I'll eat. Like that is good to me. Now would I rather have like some nachos? Yes. But all the things that I choose to eat are still good to me. I'm not like eating them like, oh my God. Like my fiance will eat, like he'll chop up cucumbers and eat them. And I'm like, ew, I'm not gonna eat that. I'm not gonna snack on some carrots. But the things that I do snack on, I enjoy eating. So that helps me. So I don't suppress my appetite or hunger. I just eat the right things or better things. Sometimes it's just about making better choices. Instead of eating fries, you can eat this, right? Like I could eat lettuce, but this is better than the other thing I was gonna eat. So that's my thought process sometimes. What's one thing you did that impacted your weight loss the most? Finding the right meals that I enjoy that are healthy, and running. What next? What are you eating, and did you do some kind of sport? I don't know if this means like ever did I do some kind of sport. Right now, do I do a sport? No. When I was younger, I played basketball for a little while. I was a cheerleader and I danced. Not sure what we were referring to, and then what do I eat? Everything from Trader Joe's. Again, I will list all of my favorite meals in the description box. So good. Okay. Did you regularly measure yourself or use a scale daily? Great question. I never measure myself because I can tell the way my clothes fit. But I do use a scale a lot. And this is not a healthy habit, but this is something that keeps me on track or helps to reel me back in. because there's certain, you know, like when you get to a certain weight, it's gonna be more work, basically more work for you to like come back down. So I do weigh myself probably once a week, just to like see, especially if I'm like just feeling heavy. You know, sometimes you feel bloated or you just feel heavy. I'll just weigh myself just to see, especially if I haven't worked out in a while. If I know like I've been taking a break, I'm like, ooh, let me step on the scale and just see. If I'm like, ooh, I gained 3 pounds. Is that a huge deal? No, but like maybe I should start like working out again next week. It just kind of helps reel me back in whenever I start to like spiral or get a little lazy. So, but I don't step on the scale like, oh my God, another pound, like let me jump off a cliff. But it helps to kind of like know where I am. So yeah. What do you eat on a typical day? Great question. So when I wake up, I drink a bottle of water, and then I'll have a coffee or I'll have a Red Bull. And then for lunch, because I break my fast at noon, I will either eat, there's a salad that they sell at the grocery store below me, and it's like a Tex-Mex salad. I'll either eat that. I'll either eat waffles from Kodiak cakes. They're like protein waffles, and they come in chocolate, and they are delicious. It's just like I don't even eat them like waffles. I don't put any syrup on them. I just eat them right out the toaster, like just like that's what I ate today. So I'll either eat those, or what else? What else do I eat? Again, I'm a creature of habit. So I usually get that salad probably 3 to 4 days a week. And then the other days I just eat the waffles. Like that's what I've eaten all week. If it's not that, it may be something that like we cooked for dinner last night and I had some left over, so then I ate that. That's what I did Monday. Like I had like some steak left, and then I ate some like corn with it. So usually one of those 3 things. Did you cut out completely any foods or avoid any foods? I cut out bad foods. Like I think we all know like things that are not good for us. I cut all of those out. Certain things I would still have, which are like, those are like my like weaknesses. Like for me, I love like white cheddar popcorn, like Smart Pop, but it's also not horrible. But though, like for me, like I'm always gonna eat that. I don't care what is happening. But anything that's bad, like no fast food. I didn't eat out. I wasn't making like DiGiorno pizzas every day. All of those things I cut out, and I just ate meat, fish, vegetables. I think the only really carb I have is sweet potato fries. How many calories do you consume on average? I don't count calories, so I'm not sure. I just eat between 12 and 8, and I try to make good decisions. Also, insert pics. Yes, I will. What was your size before weight loss? I got up to a size 8, which is not big, but for my frame and for me, I just wasn't comfortable. So I think I was a size 8, maybe a 10 at a certain point. And right now I'm a size 4. Can you tell what workouts you did and how often? I run and I do yoga. I run 20 minutes every day, and then I finish with some form of yoga. And for me, I stopped lifting weights. I feel like that was a game changer for me because I just felt like it was bulking me up. Probably because I'm not a professional, I didn't have a trainer. But I like the way my body looks better when I do yoga because it's still intense and it's still targeting muscle groups and toning without me feeling like I'm gaining weight or adding bulk. Do you have headaches when you first started your journey? I've been dieting and exercising for 3 weeks and I get headaches. It's probably from being hungry. I don't, because I also don't limit myself. Like when I'm hungry, I eat. Probably when you first start intermittent fasting, I guess. I can't remember because it was so long ago. I know anytime I stop and start back, I am hungry and I have to just like wait, like just hold off. But I don't get hungry. I don't get headaches specifically. How do you not give into cravings? You just gotta want it more than whatever you want to eat. Like it's a mindset. But then what helps me is I do try to have a cheat day. So today, Friday, is a cheat day for us, and I'm gonna have my favorite meal at my favorite Mexican restaurant. But I also can't eat as much as I used to eat, right? So I would be able to go there and have like a bunch of appetizers and a bunch of frozen drinks and eat 2 enchilada meal. Like now I'll probably have 1 enchilada and like 1 drink and like probably be stuffed after that. But that helps because at least you have something to look forward to. And then sometimes just having like small things that like are really delicious to you will help. If that's like a bowl of ice cream, like just have it. It's not gonna change the world as long as you're doing everything else right and you're consistent with the working out and everything else that you eat that day. What else? What does your meal preparation consist of? Going to Trader Joe's. I don't meal prep. What's next? How do you keep your stomach flat? Do you do ab workouts? I have been doing ab workouts recently, but typically no, I don't. I think running has helped with that, but that just helps me lose weight overall. I mean, I've always had a flat stomach pretty much, so I don't do anything specific to target it. I also haven't had kids yet, so I'm sure that helps too. Do you have a sweet tooth? How do you get rid of cravings? Yes, I do. I'm not like a candy person, but I love cake. Like I could probably eat like a whole cake. And I love ice cream. Something that helps every night, I have Halo Top. If you haven't tried it, give it a try. It's a protein ice cream, but I've tried a lot of protein ice creams and this one is the best. And I get the mint chocolate chip and it is delicious. It's kind of expensive, not gonna lie. It comes in like a little tube bin thing and the little bin is like $5. But that whole bin is only, depending on the flavor you get, I think the whole bin can range from like 280 calories. So like you could literally eat the whole thing to like 350 or something. And usually I just have like a couple scoops of that, but to me it's really creamy. Now you have to get used to it. You can't like eat Ben & Jerry's one day and then like the next day try to eat this. But once you start eating it, you get more acclimated. But to me, it's really good to me. So that helps with my sweet tooth. And then brownie brittle. I don't know if you've never tried that, I would give that a try. It tastes like a brownie, but it's like little thin crispy things, so it's not as many calories. So again, just finding certain things that are better for you, but still you enjoy eating has been a huge game changer for me. So a lot of my snacks aren't that horrible. Like my biggest craving is Smart Pop. Like that's not a horrible snack, but I still don't like go ham on it. I just like have a little bit and I'm satisfied. Okay guys, that is it. Those are all of the questions that I got. Again, if there is something that you just thought of or I didn't answer a question or I missed it, feel free to leave it below and I will answer it for you. Again, this is what worked for me. I am not a professional. You know the rest. Like, I don't need any drama in the comments. This is what worked for me. We have lost weight, so that's what matters. But thank you so much for watching. If you stuck around, make sure you subscribe, hit the bell notification so you never miss a video, and of course follow me on Instagram at Highlowluxxe and read my blog highlowluxxe.com. As always, thank you so much for watching. See ya.